Hey, with chicken bacon, I am back with another video. I found this old sketchbook in my locker at work, and I've been working there for like 3 years, and it's kind of old, and I decided it'd be fun to finish it up. So over the weekend, or my weekend, I decided I'd do a little challenge for myself to finish up the sketchbook, as well as talk about the importance of keeping sketchbooks, because I feel like they help improve an artist greatly. So let's get started with the video.
I absolutely love using sketchbooks. I just think they're so fun, and once I started using a sketchbook daily, I did it as a routine, it helped improve my art so much. So they are a very important part of being an artist and taking yourself more like professionally, and actually taking, whether it's a hobby or something you want to do as a career, taking it seriously. There's no secrets of like being really good at art really fast or anything like that. It's just actually practicing and actually doing it. You could read all these books and you could watch all these video tutorials about it, but the only way you're gonna see improvement is if you sit down and actually draw. And that's what sketchbooks are good for, because I know not everybody has the time where they can sit down for an hour and draw, but I'm pretty sure you have, say, 15 minutes when you're waiting at the doctor's office, or 10 minutes when you're waiting for the bus, and that actually does add up, because you could go from only drawing one time a week, say, even if it's like 30 minutes straight, but if you keep your sketchbook on you, you'll have it all the time. So if you're at work, you could still draw. If you're on the bus ride home, you could still draw. And it really helps you improve, and you could jot down any ideas you have, because I know I'll be at work and I'll get a great idea for a painting, and if I wait until I have like the time to actually sit and paint it out, I'll have to remember it for like 3 weeks. I don't think so. I'm gonna like do a thumbnail sketch in my sketchbook, so I know, hey, this is what I want to do when I have the time. This is the concept I have. This is how I visualize it. And then you could grow on that, and then you could add all the details together instead of rushing into it. And it helps create better paintings as well. Any good painting starts as a good drawing with fine technical skills. With sketchbooks, you have the option to do, say, like maybe 10 5-minute sketches a day if you're lucky, and those sketches, they do add up, because say you make 15 5-minute sketches a week, that's more drawings you did than say only one 30-minute drawing a week, and it helps you improve. I know a lot of people say quality over quantity, but no matter what type of art you're doing, as long as you're doing the art, that's still quality. Even if they're quick, even if they're not refined, you're still practicing, you're still getting it out there. You're still using your skills and refining your skills. You might not be refining the drawing, but you're refining your skills. One of my favorite things about sketchbooks is how you don't have to show anybody. You can make all these ugly, disgusting drawings and no one can see them, but you're still making it for you, and that art is just for you, and you're not doing anything in the sketchbook for anybody but yourself. I absolutely love that, because sometimes I'll do like weird abstract things, and that's just for me. I don't want to show anybody else that. It makes me happy to do art for me, and not like an audience, not for like my parents or a customer. It's just for me. I really like to draw like these weird, quote-unquote, sexy aliens, and I have a whole sketchbook just dedicated to my alien erotica art, and no one is ever going to see that, and that makes me really happy, because I'm not making it for anybody but myself, and it's just pleasurable to draw art like that, you get all these weird, like, funky ideas in your head out into this book, and like, it's funny to laugh at sometimes, because I'll be going through my sketchbooks because it's for me and I'm enjoying my own art, and it makes me laugh because it's just like some funny looking alien in like lingerie, and I enjoy it. And I know a lot of people have like weird stuff they don't want anybody to see or know, and that's great. You could just gonna get all those ideas out there and make yourself happy and don't have to worry about anyone calling you weird names. I remember in middle school someone found a sketchbook of mine and they were like, oh, that's weird. I was like, yeah, but it's for me. Let your sketchbook be for you. Don't ever worry about making it for somebody else or making it quote unquote nice or good for an audience, because that's sketchbooks. The concept of a sketchbook is to get like ideas out, to get concepts out, to get to practice, to do studies. And every artist has bad drawings. The good artists just get them out. And guess what? You get them all out in your sketchbook before you show off any finished pieces, any finished paintings, any finished drawings. You can get all of your weird, disproportioned bodies and like weird conceptual ideas out on your sketchbook, and then you could refine them there, and then you could show everybody your brilliant ideas, because I know some people think that artists just get an idea and then like they could just poop it out on a piece of paper, but that's not how it works. You get an idea and you sketch it in your sketchbook and you thumbnail and you get everything centered correctly and you get the lighting the way you want and you pick up the color scheme, and there's a lot of thought into a painting. And I know some people think, oh, if I just do this, it will be how I look, it will be how I visualize. But no, you're visualizing so much, you have to sit there and think. And a good way to start the process is by doing little thumbnails or doodles or sketches in your sketchbook. Sketchbooks come in like so many options as well. So like depending on what kind of artist you are, there's a book for you. There's watercolor sketchbooks, mixed media sketchbooks, sketchbooks with fine texture for pencils, or smooth paper for markers, or mixed media sketchbooks. So you can do all of this, and it's so exciting because you could do so much in there, and you could think and you could practice. And I follow a lot of like old friends or old classmates from high school, and some of them are into art, and you can see how much they've improved when they like get a sketchbook. It's really interesting to see artists develop, in my opinion. And like I see them posting their sketchbook pages, and they quickly improve because they're making art and a habit, and they're doing it every day, and they're refining their skills, and that's absolutely wonderful. I love seeing that. I love seeing artists improve, and I feel like a sketchbook is one of the first steps to do that. And they're great because no matter what you want to do, you could use a sketchbook for that. If you want to be a concept artist, you could draw your characters 1,000,000 times in your sketchbook. You could fill it up with just one character, and you draw them over and over and over again. And then that's how you get good at drawing characters as well, especially your own characters, is by drawing them all the time and refining their character design. Because I know a lot of people have a hard time, like, my characters never look like my characters. Last time I drew them, they look different. That's because you're not drawing them constantly. You're developing a whole person. You want to refine them, and the only way to do that is by a lot of drawings. And if you want to be an animator, that is a lot of drawings. Like, I follow this animator, and she charges like $20 for 1 second because she has to make so many drawings for that 1 second. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, oh, well, it takes me 30 minutes just to do a portrait. I can't keep a sketchbook because I can't do 5-minute sketches. But once you start doing it as a habit, once you start drawing more, sketching more, you'll do it faster because it becomes more easier to like just do a beautiful portrait of a lady. And the more you do something, the faster you get at it, the better you get at it. Sketchbooks also allow you to keep your old art. I know a lot of us artists will give away as gifts old paintings to families, or we'll sell our art, but with the sketchbook you could keep it, and then you could see like, oh, I remember this is when I first started using gouache, and this is how I would use it, and I didn't know anything about this medium, but look at me now. I could do these created, that's not how you pronounce that. My mush mouth aside, you know what I'm saying? You could look back at where you used to be and then feel proud about how far along you've come. Sketchbooks are important. They help you improve. They help you develop art as a habit. They help you keep track of your old art. They're just overall amazing, and I would recommend any aspiring artists to start using their sketchbook. What's your opinion on sketchbooks? Would you recommend someone to use them? Let me know down in the comments below, because for me personally, that's where I saw my greatest improvement, was when I started to use my sketchbook as a habit. Well, I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this video. I do have a Patreon if you want to have early access to my videos. My tier is starting at just $1 a month. I also have other social media platforms, which of course are free. So you can follow me at Instagram at Cassie.Frass, Facebook at CassieFrassArt, Twitter at CassieFrassies. I'll see you later, Gators.